I mean, this is still good stuff. The new one is just, it's mini. It's like, it's that size. But I just spent the last 10 minutes searching all over the car for this because I plugged it into the serial port and then forgot that I did that, and I had the cable and I'm searching all over the car for the Flash Pro. That's pretty much it. I just uploaded the calibration. Well, they're all agreeing. Ready? Yeah, let's do it. It's definitely got a bit more exhaust sound now. So 9:05 in the morning, as you see, the high was 101 from yesterday. We're gonna keep hydrated. Very important to keep drinking fluids. We drink a lot of water around here. We're gonna go one more round on the brakes just to make sure they're 1000% bled. Then we'll wipe off some of those water spots there on the spoon bar. It was, even though we made a ton of clearance, it was kind of close, and if you let the clutch out, it would just touch our intake and make a tee-tee-tee-tee-tee. So, spoon bar doesn't really do anything anyway, honestly. So, I clearance the spoon bar. Just a hair. Took a bit of a hump. And then repolished it. I think I did a decent job. I should have shown it.
You can't really see it with the camera.
I'll start drinking that. My hand's freezing holding that. I'm not dogging on spoon. Most of the stuff doesn't work. The rigid collars, honestly, are probably the best product they make, and the calipers. The rest of this stuff doesn't really do anything, especially when the bolts are so large there. This bar moves on the bolt, but I get it, it still looks pretty. So we clearance that so our intake will fit. We're just setting the car. We got 4 straps on the back again. Even though we're not making a ton of power like I mentioned in the first video. All right, you guys ready? Pretty hot in here. We got some pretty good gains like immediately. This is a hump that they all have. Playing with the header is where we're trying to get all this through here. I want to start playing with the VTEC a little bit. I tried it lower. I'm going to up it to about 45. But as you see, this VTEC area with mid-power, and it's not falling off hard up top, whereas in the 220s, it's hot in here. Flat area right here. I'm going to bring it down a little bit because just right here would drop. Right now it's jumping. We'll put the VTEC right about here, but VTEC changeover is great. This mid-bottom torque is perfect. It's everywhere. Didn't make the big numbers we were hoping, but I think this car is still tight. And of course, running a cat and fairly quiet exhaust. There might be a little bit in a single exhaust and a test pipe, but we've got gains everywhere. We've got a lot down here, which is something I've shown on multiple runs. I'll show you a few in a minute. A lot of this is the bottom end feel that you really need, and then the VTEC changeover right here, but it lays over a little bit on the top. Not terrible, but I mean, it's gains everywhere. Hotter than it was when we tuned my car. This is pretty much what Matt was looking for. A little bit more high RPM, fun, engaging, up and down the gearbox. Nice NA VTEC changeover. My opinion still, I think these cars benefit better from boost. Even ultra conservative 300 to the wheels, either supercharged or turbocharged, something a little spicier, around 400 to the wheels, these cars will pretty much hang with anything. What are your guys' thoughts? So S2000 lips are definitely hard to find, especially the OEM one. There's a lot of aftermarket ones out there that we've tried, and some are just very hokey. I mean, this is, people see this and go, wow, I think I can make that work. Well, then you take it to your body shop, and by the time you pay him to make it look even reasonable, you end up with 10 times the amount of money in it, and the body shop tells you don't come back again because of the amount of work involved. I mean, 46 bucks with free shipping, you know that ain't gonna work. And we've tried them all. There's a bunch of them out there. If you look at our flip car series, we had one that we spent probably 4 or 5 hours and we made it look decent. Well, there is a few OEM ones in the country. The one that Matt bought, I think he paid like 1,800 bucks for it or something like that. And it was obviously a different color, so he had to paint it. Well, painting depends on where you go. Could be $500, could be more, but the end result is what you want it to be. If you've got the funds, get an OEM one. I mean, look at that, AP1, $3,500. I mean, that's just insane. But you know what, if you've got the money and you want it absolutely perfect, that's the one you go with. If not, you're dealing with a $50 lip and spending $2,000 at the body shop to make it fit. It uses some of the mounting points already, and then you add these right here, right there, and the edges. The dimple right here has to be drilled out, and there is a quick nut that goes there, so we've got to actually drill it out slightly larger. You can just put a screw in there, but it doesn't have as much contact. This is what it uses. Right here it goes around the plastic, and then that screw goes into it. But to use these, you got to drill the plastic first. Those dimples right there. So imagine drilling a 1900 mile car.
A 20-year-old 1900 mile car.
Yeah, so I'm not even going to show this on camera because I want to use 2 hands and just be...
Might get demonetized by YouTube.
Yeah, if they see that. There we go. Holes are done. It's not that dramatic, but I just wanted to make sure I concentrate. So these guys are going to slide over there. This is what the screw threads into. So many times we used to see people put the OEM lips on and just run the screw right into the plastic, which, you know, it holds, it's not bad, but this is the way Honda want you to do it. It's in their instructions. The 3 longer bolts go to the 3 in the middle, and then there is 2 shorter go here. That is the metal tabs. We have them separated right here. These are the 3 go through the middle with the nuts. You see the shank is thicker. That is so it doesn't bottom out and squash the plastic. The smaller is for the metal side, so it's 2 at 2 side and 3 across the middle. So this is the way Honda explained you to do it, to pull the tape back and put a little bit of tape just to stop it. You're going to essentially pull that off, and it's going to release the 3M tape. It's going to uncover the 3M tape, should I say. Look how nice that is. There is absolutely nothing like the OEM lip. And we used to install dozens of these back in the day. Literally every car came in, they would say, hey, can you add a lip to it? And I go, yeah, we'll just order it from Honda. You say, yeah, I want the white one, I want the red one, and you know, 460 bucks I think it was, it got delivered. Now they're an insane amount of money. Look how it lines up, absolutely perfect. I know I'm not surprised, obviously I'm just kind of reminiscent how good things used to be. I realized how good we had it. Right down to that, like the tabs line up, everything fits like it should. Yeah, what a difference this makes. So on the other side, I showed you that tape that got painted over. We're just being very careful around it. You're not going to notice it from here. I don't even know whether to put just a dab of super glue on the corners just to stop it blowing off, because I have a feeling the wind is going to blow it off. There's going to be a big black line. I don't know. Still kind of debating. It's one of those things that it's not anything we did, but it still kind of bothers me knowing it's there.
The original factory fill coolant in a 2008 Honda S2000 is rated to last for 10 years or 120,000 miles, whichever comes first.
One of the last things to do on Matt's car is to flush the coolant. The coolant should be flushed every 10 years. even the new coolant will only go 10 years before it starts to become acidic and cause all kinds of issues. So that is next on the list. I think we've shown this on a past episode, but looking through here, you see this hole, you've got the 3 clips right here. This hole right here leads to the radiator, and if you use a small piece of 3/8 tube, you put it in here, it'll fit on there, and then when you drain the radiator, it doesn't leak all over these plastics and make a mess. So now you can put your drain bucket under here, get your fingers up in there, and it should come out that hose. Look at that. This is something we've done forever, and George said, hey, why don't you include it in our bleed buckets? I mean, it's the same hose that we're using already, and we have a roll of it, so if you see your drain bucket, it comes with about a 2-inch piece of hose right there. That's what it's for. If you're gonna flush your system and drain it, it definitely makes life easier, and it's cleaner. If not, you end up splashing water all over that tray, and then it drips forever, and then you have the coolant smell, and then you're convinced that your car is leaking. So we'll include that in the buckets. If you already bought our drain bucket and you're upset that you didn't get the 2-inch piece of hose because you got in too early, it's the same size as this, so you can essentially just cut a small piece off. Don't cut a lot. The reason we leave this long is so that it's the highest point, so it helps the air escape. So if you already own a drain bucket, just cut 1.5 inches off. As long as it clears the plastic, that's all you're trying to do. That way it doesn't get everything wet. But I'm going to start putting it in these kits right here. So we finished draining, and you see everything is dry, nice and clean. They close the valve before I remove that rubber hose. Make sure it's tight. There you go.
It's in there and working.
Does it come on the second click?
Yeah, second click, not the first one. So there's off.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, he wanted that hard wiring. This is the unit that he supplied. Looks pretty fancy. I don't think I've used radar detectors in a long time, so I'm not really up on which one to go with, but I would assume this is probably one of the better ones if Matt shows it. Plate frames on there. It's a pretty basic black thin rim with the LHT logo CNC etched in there. Not sure if he's going to keep it, but you know what? It's just a nice way of finishing it off. We don't sell these in the store. We only put them on cars that we build, and we don't have that many left. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and change those bolts and put a nice stainless Allen bolt in there. So there we go, it's got the nice stainless fasteners on there. It's thin, it doesn't cover any of the stickers on there. It should be legal. We've already got heat, we've checked everything. We've got hot on the top, hot on the bottom. It's hot down there, thermostat is open. I'm just gonna wait while the fan cycle a couple of times and check it, double check it. And then she is good to go. We'll get some pictures of it outside. Got full heat in there, right?
Yeah.
Sounds fantastic, doesn't it?
It really does.
That's great. That's worth it in the the sound alone. Alright, we're still burping air out. Should be pretty close now. There we go, fans are on. Cycle a couple of times. Make sure all the bubbles are out. We couldn't do the drive-in shots that we wanted. No interior, of course, is sketchy, and sitting on those Swiss Trax tiles, it's as sketchy as they come. You hit the brakes, you slide forward, you hit the gas, you slide back. It's just not a safe thing for us to do. So you're gonna see more of that on Matt's channel. Follow him, Obsessed Garage. He's gonna show you the next steps with his car. He's gonna be doing the interior. He's got plans for the paint, and I'm sure he's got a sound system in the back of his mind he wants to do. He had a vision for this car. We went back and forth. Even before he bought this car, he said, hey, I'm looking for an S2000. These are my ideas. What do you think? So we went back and forth and we had a plan. So it made the whole thing appear very seamless because all the prep behind was done. And we turned the car around in 5 days from the day he dropped it off. And the first day was pretty much a long brakes and suspension and alignment day. So the rest of it, we moved pretty quick, got the car done and delivered it. So if you like what you see, don't forget, give us a subscribe. Follow Matt's page at Obsessed Garage. He's got a lot more detail on his page when his video is out, which should be the same time as this. And follow Ben at PuttyMod. He puts a lot of detail in his YouTube channel. You can see what he does to the differentials. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Don't forget, enjoy your cars.